Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday, the 28th day of October, almost at the end of October here. 28th day of October 2024. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope you and your family enjoyed their weekend and that you're all safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are trying their best to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography and child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those who make profits from these things. And double curses on all the perverts that create the demands that actually result in these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, senior citizens, veterans, homeless in the streets of the United States of America. And there are millions of people around the world in even worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Tonight, there'll be a basketball game at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks will be hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers at Madison Square Garden. And this will be another early season test for the Knicks because the Cavaliers will be missing Max Strus. So he's a key player for them, but they will start Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Dean Wade, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. They will have George Niang, Isaac Okoro, Ty Jerome, and Karis LeVert available off their bench. So they have pretty much their full contingent against the Knicks today. And so this will be a good test because right now, the Knicks are banged up early. The Knicks right now have, we know, Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa are out. Landry Shamet, who's officially now back on the team in the G League affiliate Westchester Knicks, is out. And then Josh Hart is listed as questionable with what's called a right angle impingement. And so he's questionable because of that. And Deuce, we saw that he went to the locker room in the last game and came back and finished the game. He's listed as probable because of left knee hyperextension. He slightly extended his left knee, but Deuce is tough as nails. He'll play. And then Josh Hart is a tough cookie with all his antics and all his shenanigans. He's a tough cookie. So I expect him to play. If he can't play, then that ankle is really hurting him. But I expect him to play. He probably will play, and he probably going to play hard. He may not play as many minutes as he normally does. I expect Deuce to get more minutes today. That's how this stands right now. But of their starting five, it's really Josh Hart. That's the questionable one. But I expect him to play. And then Deuce will be getting a lot of minutes again off the bench with Cameron Payne and Jericho Sims. They'll be getting a lot of minutes. Now, you might see a rookie like a Daddy come in. And, I know people get excited. I do not. When I see one of these rookies getting too many minutes in a year we're trying to win a championship, I don't like it because it's not good. It's not good. They get experience, but we get losses. That's the way that works. Okay? This is the league. We're trying to get a chip. So I'm hoping that Josh Hart plays. Thibs will go with an 8-man rotation. He's done it already this season. And so I expect if Josh Hart does play, Thibs will go with the 8-man rotation and will play Deuce more minutes and Cameron Payne more minutes along with Jericho Sims. So it'll be a good test for the Knicks early in the season. Even in the present state with no Mitchell Robinson, no Precious Achiuwa, the Knicks are better, in my view. The Knicks are better. Mitchell Robinson makes all the difference because he is the kryptonite to the front line of the Cleveland Cavaliers. He is. And so everybody has their kryptonite. We got ours against them. But he's not available today, so it's going to be Cat. Cat is way plenty good enough, okay? We got Cat. Going to have Jalen Brunson. Going to have OG Anunoby. And, of course, we're going to have Mikal Bridges. I feel like this last game, as I mentioned yesterday in the live stream, Mikal Bridges was the most impactful and the most impressive to me from the last game. Not only did he break out of the slight shooting slump that he had, but he made it look easy. He made scoring look easy. See, in the NBA, there's tremendous talent. The best talent in the world is in the NBA as far as basketball. And so when a player can score on the NBA level and make it look as easy as McCall did last Friday, that's something else. And McCall, of course, is going to play high level defense. So you're gonna get that. He is going to be a key today. You're going to get Brunson. You're going to get Cat. But if McCall can score the way he was scoring Friday and put that much pressure on the Cavalier defense, as well as guard the way he does with OG and Anunoby, the Knicks are going to be in good shape. This is going to be a good test because they're not like fully healthy. And so when you get a Precious back, when you get a Shamet back, and of course in January when you get a Mitchell Robinson back and you're already still good, yeah, this is going to be something else. So let's hope Deuce's knee, they said he's probable, so it's not considered serious. But we'd like him to be at 100% because he's a key piece. He is now the captain of Mod Deep, so he is the key piece coming off the Knicks bench. And if he can score the way we know he can, that's going to be a huge thing for the Knicks because Cleveland, in their second unit, they don't have a guy. I mean, that's not true. They got Karis LeVert. I was going to say they don't have a guy like this, but that's not true. Karis LeVert is like that. He's that dude. Karis LeVert, the combination of Isaac Okoro's defense and LeVert's offense, they do have, a good bench. So, the Knicks going to need Deuce to come through here because LeVert and Okoro, with Ty Jerome ain't no joke either. And then George Niang has a career backup, and he's good at that role as well. So they do have a really strong bench. The Knicks are going to need a lot. They're going to need the three guys they have coming off their bench, and they're going to need a starter to come through with the bench unit, like Mikal Bridges, like OG Anunoby, like Cat. It could be any of those guys, or even Brunson, to come through and put in some work today. So it's going to be a good game. It's at Madison Square Garden. Playing now at Madison Square Garden is the way it used to be back in the 90s. When you come into the Garden, you're going to, you got hell to pay. And the Knicks are going to give that to you. So it's really exciting. And we're going to see tonight. We're going to see tonight how they respond. I feel very confident that the Knicks are going to respond well. I feel like this is going to be a battle of a game. Cleveland is 3-0. They had a really nice schedule with Washington and Detroit coming out of the gate. This is the first real playoff level team that they're going to be facing this year. So it's going to be a test for them. It's going to be good. And Donovan Mitchell always performs in Madison Square Garden. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how this works out. We're pulling, of course, for our heroes and our Knicks. What time does this game start? Let's see. I think it starts at 7:30. So the Knicks against Cleveland today. Yes, it is a 7:30 start. Let me just make sure I'm looking at this correctly. I know I'm looking at Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's look at the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks do play the Cavaliers tonight. And what time is the game? Amen. Man. 7:30. Yeah, it is 7:30. 7:30 at the Garden. And then they got Miami on Wednesday in Miami to start a 4-game road trip. But tonight is what counts. So tonight they play Cleveland at the Garden at 7:30. It doesn't list a national schedule, so it looks like it's going to be a local. So for you guys in New York, you'll get it on MSG. For us outside of New York, I know I'm going to probably get it on League Pass. It'll be a League Pass game, and we'll watch it that way. But all of us will be tuning into our guys, supporting our dudes, and hopefully they come up with this W. You all enjoy the game. Be safe. Enjoy your game and be safe. Shalom.